Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy John, aka Speros here. Welcome back to another Warzone 3 guide video. In this video, we're going to be covering the top 10 loadouts that you guys should be using for Warzone 3. One of the main things that separates pro players from the average player not only is just the skill, but the main differentiating factor is going to be the builds and loadouts that they're rocking. If you don't have the proper builds or loadouts or meta weapons, you are basically setting yourself up for failure or just to not have a good time. The builds that I'm going to be sharing in the video today are from other Warzone pro players and builds that I came up with myself that are tried and true on the battlefield. If you guys screenshot any of these loadouts or share them with a friend, please consider dropping a like or subscribing to the channel so you don't miss any future uploads. And with all of that out of the way, let's get into the loadouts. So the first weapon is going to be the DG58. This has been pretty much vetted through the entire Warzone pro community as the end-all be-all best weapon for Warzone right now currently. The build you see is on the screen. The thing that makes this weapon so special is that it is a burst, so it deals incredible damage at close to medium range, but it has virtually no recoil, meaning that those bursts carry over into the long range with extreme accuracy, allowing you to land shots at range consistently and take down your enemies in anywhere from 2 to 4 bursts at range, which is insane. Getting into the build, we have the VT7 Spitfire suppressor, the DG56 LS18 barrel, the Bruin heavy support grip, the 60 round drum, and the Choreo Eagle Eye 2.5 times scope. You'll see across a lot of these builds, these attachments kind of have been vetted again to be the best, specifically the Spitfire suppressor and the Choreo Eagle Eyes 2.5 times. You'll see that across a couple of builds, but no loadout is complete without a proper secondary. The best secondary in the game right now, in my opinion, is the WSP Swarm. This SMG is basically the MAC-10 from back in Warzone 1. The movement speed is incredible. It makes for very fluid movement. The sprint to fire is amazing. And then obviously the fire rate is out of this world. All of this coupled together with a high damage output makes this one of the best, if not the best secondary in Warzone 3 currently. The build is going to be the WSP Infiltrator Integrated Suppressor. We have the DR6 hand stop, the 50 round mag, the Marauder grip, and the FSS Fortress heavy stock. For me, this was one of the biggest things I was struggling with today was close range battles. The game felt very inconsistent. I was losing gunfights that I felt like I should have been winning, and the WSP Swarm, as soon as I put it on, it was the game changer that kind of switched it all around for me. Now this next build is going to be for all of these sniper fanatics out there. Obviously in the patch notes we saw that the KATT AMR is going to be the sniper to use inside of Warzone. It's the only MW3 sniper that one shots at any range, and it is a little bit heavy and slow, so that's what this build aims to kind of mitigate, all while increasing the bullet velocity to be a crazy amount. So getting into the build, we have the sonic suppressor on the muzzle, the Zang 34 barrel, the FSS Ulvi laser, the quick ball to increase our rechambering speed, and then the 50 cal spire point ammunition. As you can see, the spire point not only increases the effective damage range, which is essentially useless since it's going to one shot at any range, but it increases the bullet velocity by 34%, bringing it up to an astounding 1,181 meters per second. While I know I could get more bullet velocity by possibly adding a better suppressor, while I know that adding a suppressor that increases the bullet velocity obviously would make the bullet velocity even better, the ADS penalties associated with those suppressors don't really fit what I'm going for with this build in particular. This has been the best and most overall balance between ADS and a great bullet velocity that I found, and is tried and true on the battlefield. Everybody knows every sniper loadout is only as good as the sniper support that accompanies it, and the Rival 9 is the perfect sniper support for the job. This build uses a longer barrel, the 50 round magazine, and has virtually no horizontal recoil, which seems to be the main problem with the Rival 9. And since it's sporting the insane Rival C clear shot barrel, it has phenomenal range. The VP27 Mini Break S takes away pretty much all of that horizontal recoil without impacting your ADS speed. High velocity ammunition ensures that your bullets hit your target on time. The 50 round drum obviously allows you to miss a couple of shots or take down multiple enemies with a single magazine. And then the Rival Vice assault grip will help with any kind of extra recoil that you encounter. All of this while maintaining very, very fast movement, snappy sprint to fire time, and an incredibly snappy ADS speed. Now, as you can see, zero recoil builds up next. You guys could probably guess it's gonna be an LMG, and you're right, it's the Pulemyot 7.62. This weapon is one of the best zero recoil, high damage output weapons available in Warzone 3 currently. This particular LMG is sporting the Jack Annihilator Bullpup conversion kit. This conversion kit allows it to have better mobility, aim down sight, sprint to fire. It just overall speeds up the weapon, so you're getting the benefits of an LMG of low recoil, super long damage fall off, all while getting the benefits of having the conversion kit on of faster ADS, movement, all that kind of stuff. The muzzle, I'm using the VT7 Spitfire suppressor. Like I said, that's going to be a common theme, along with the Corio Eagle's Eye 2.5 times scope. I am sporting the Command D15 recoil reduction pad for recoil reduction, and then we are also putting on the Jack Annihilator long barrel. And as you guys saw in the firing range, this has virtually zero recoil, incredible bullet velocity at 962 meters per second. So you're getting into that hit scan range of bullet velocity, especially in those close to mid-range fights. Over range, the lead is very, very little, even on people falling out of the air. And then obviously, if you're gonna have a zero recoil primary, you're gonna have to have a zero recoil secondary, and that's gonna be the WZ Striker. Most people are using that WSP Swarm, but I've been hearing rumblings from a lot of the Warzone pros and wager players that the Striker is one of the best and preferred secondaries currently being used in Warzone. The build that I have for you here is going to be the Sonic Suppressor, the Striker Recon Long Barrel, the FSS Priority Tactical Stock, the .45 Auto High Grain, and the 48 round magazine. Again, incredibly low recoil, great sprint to fire, movement, ADS, all of that is all perfect. It makes it one of the best secondaries in the game. As you guys can see, this next loadout is named XM4, and that's because it is exactly like the XM4. And now you might be thinking, what gun is like the XM4? There's no AR that's like the XM4. Well, it is actually the Bass B. That is right. The Bass B battle rifle has zero recoil. That's right. As you can see, it's shooting exactly like an XM4 would, and that's because of the build that we're rocking on it. It has a lot of horizontal sway and recoil, so to combat that, we're going to be using the Bore 490 muzzle. To help with that vertical recoil, we're going to use the Bruin Heavy Support underbarrel, the Bruin Venom long barrel. We're going to have the Corio Eagle Eye 2.5 times and the 45 round mag. This is one of the hardest hitting weapons in the game. This is definitely kind of an AMAX kind of a weapon. It's going to be a little bit harder to use, but obviously if you're able to use it, you're going to be rewarded by that higher damage output, making it better for more advanced players. But I highly recommend everybody give it a try. You never know if this weapon is just going to click with you. Pairing it up with the XM4, we got to use another throwback weapon, and that's going to be the Bass P. This is the Bass loadout. We got the Bass B primary and the Bass P secondary. This is basically going to be the same exact build that we were rocking back on Al Mazrah. We have the Spiral V 3.5 flash hider, VLK LZR 7 milliwatt laser, 9mm high velocity ammo, 50 round drum, and the Bruin Flash V4 stock. Again, tried and true weapon on the battlefield. It was great on Al Mazrah, and it's great on this map. If you guys are struggling with any of the MW3 SMGs, none of them are working for you, highly recommend using the Bass P. Coming in at the final loadout. Now, this loadout does have a little bit of a caveat to it. The fact that the main weapon is actually a marksman rifle. It's the DM56. This weapon is quite literally crazy. I mean, we're talking almost 1,000 millisecond bullet velocity, crazy, insane, like 3 to 4 shot kill potential, even at long ranges. The only caveat is that it runs on sniper ammo, but with everybody kind of carrying all kinds of ammo, I haven't run into it being a problem. The loadout is going to be the VT7 Spitfire suppressor, Bruin Heavy Support grip. We have the Prime Lord Heavy barrel, the Corio Eagle Eye 2.5 times, and the 40 round magazine. Again, if you are able, you not only can you carry 40 rounds of sniper ammo in your bag, but then you'll have 40 rounds in the mag, giving you 80 rounds total at a 4 shot kill. I mean, we're talking you could get an absurd amount of kills as long as you guys have 100% accuracy. But still, even with 80 rounds, you guys can win a gunfight, hit the refresh off the other player's loot, and then you guys will be back in it. This is an underrated weapon that really brings back the DMR meta from Warzone 1. And then again, the final weapon that I would recommend is going to be a faster Rival 9 build. The Rival 9's got a special place in my heart. It's super fun to use in multiplayer, and it's even more fun to use in Warzone. So this Rival 9 is going to be more of that CQC, close quarters combat. You're going to be inside buildings, clearing stuff out, and so it's set up for that. We have the VP27 Mini Break S, the Bruin Pivot Vertical Grip, 9mm high velocity, the 50 round drum, and then the Rival Vice Assault Grip. Anyway, if you guys gained any value, screenshot it, any of the loadouts, please consider dropping a like on the video, subscribing so you don't miss any future uploads. And without further ado, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.